What's up, fellas? Sparkles and champagne. I got... Hold on. How does the camera work? I got, Celsius... Live Fit Sparkling Watermelon. Essential energy, accelerates metabolism, and burns body fat. They gave them away at the store for free. What's the banner not work on this one? What's going on? Ah! Ah, what'd I do? Oh, wait, what's going on? Hey, what happened? Oh, was it meant to be turned off? Oh. Drag it out a little bit, yeah. Still in the process of, working the kinks out. Oh, wait, I gotta wait for it to rotate through. I can only measure it up. You wanna see some? Hey, little bro? Alright, don't little bro me. Give me like 10 seconds to like measure these out, right? So they're all accurate, okay. And we can turn them off. These are the new sponsorship banners. We have new alerts now. They're really sick. Actually. They're super cool. Whoa, whoa, be nice. I said don't little bro me. What are you talking about? Ugh. I feel like stuff looks janky now. Hold on. Does my chat not look... I hate Microsoft. Heads are gonna roll. Heads are gonna roll at Microsoft. Play only up? I don't know it. I want chat to be a little bit bigger, I think. Listen, guys, we have new follow alerts, and they're baller, okay? Someone needs to, like... Or we have new alerts, alright? I need money. I need you to give me a sub. I need a follow. I need a... something...
For the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunken driving as a felony.
Whoa! Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Ace. I don't know how to read your new username. Thank you, Ace, for the 16-month Prime sub. Yes, dude. Yes, King. I'm playing Ori tonight. I think I'm gonna finish the game. We're almost done. We're probably gonna watch some boring political stuff. I have no friends on, and they're the only entertaining ones, so this is what we're gonna do. Thank you for the sub, man. And thank you for funding us over here at hugefan.com so we can bring you such shows as The Jackson Show, okay? That's really what it's about. Oh my gosh, what a generous man. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to play this game. I actually don't remember anything about it. And I played like 3 nights ago. Don't curse in my chat. That's a ban. Hold on. Unbelievable. That's actually a ban. I can't with these people. Give me a second. Hold on. Sorry. What is going on, dude? How do I even mod tool you? I don't even know. Oh, I don't remember how to use my own chat, dude. Alright, whatever. Someone, if there's a mod in chat, need a ban on my sister because, yeah, that is uncalled for. We don't allow that around these parts. We're a friendly stream. Oh my gosh, now I just broke my whole setup doing that! Okay. Alright, this is the game. Ori in the in the Blind Forest. It is really cool. It's awesome. Wow, look at that, you got the Ender Dragon emote. How cool is that, dude? So VIP... Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Some troublemakers here. VIP? Well... do I have a thing that you can buy VIP with? I think you can buy it, can't you? Using things. I don't even know how to work my own chat, though, to be honest. I don't even know how to, like, mess with stuff. Alright, that actually is a timeout. I actually am gonna figure this out. Hold on. That actually is uncalled for. How do you... Oh, channel points. Yes! Ah, ha! Is there not a... There's a VIP one! Buy it, dude! Okay? Don't be also money scrubby grubby, dude. I had it, but you took it and said at a 16-month sub you'd give it back. I probably said you can buy it using channel points. That's what I feel like was said. That would be my guess. What is this? Yeah, you actually are timed out. Don't ever come to my chat and call me dog water, okay? How long's your timeout? 10 minutes! Okay, I'll untime you out after 1 minute. Redeemed hydrate. Oh, dude, this is the most nasty drink in the world. Oh. Can I drink water? This is technically not water, but this is the most disgusting drink I've ever seen in my life, okay? Alright, here we go. I just feel the essential energy from that. Yeah, no. For sure. You really tell how healthy that drink is, actually, yeah. Where do we go, boys? Dude, there's no way people actually have ever drank that thing. Oh, that's the worst tasting brand of anything I've ever tasted in my life. Okay. So, last time I played, I kind of quit because I didn't know where to go. And... yeah, this is... okay, this is... okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I get it. Let's go to... I think this is a teleporter thing down here. We're gonna go down there first. Should do an ad, right? To be honest. I already did an ad. I did an ad, right when I started the stream. I always do ads. First thing. When we go live. That's the rule. Man, this new stream setup is, like, killing me. Because I can't see how long I've been live. I can't see anything. Okay. Anything so I can, like... oh. Oh! How beautiful is that? Wait, now I can see some stuff. Okay, that's cool. That's actually way better. Yeah. Sorry, Microsoft decided to be absolute retards and add this little thing where whenever you click off of the game, it, like, wants to tell me that I clicked off the game. I really don't know why that would ever be necessary, but... oh. Oh. We've been here. Okay. Yeah, so we gotta kind of work our way back. I don't want to die here. Maybe. Clean. Clean. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Wait, is that the only way to get out? Honestly, nah. We're just gonna go on foot. We're not gonna do the parkour. Alright, good night, bro. Oh, wait, hold on. You can leave, I don't care. Have a good night, man. I am doing a stream on YouTube tomorrow. Because I want to try to stream on YouTube. I want to try to keep on Kick, which I'm going to do YouTube tomorrow, which is Friday, and then Kick on Saturday. Just because I want to see how Streamlabs works with it and everything, and then if it's worth to, like, maybe get Streamlabs Pro or whatever and, you know, do multi-streaming and whatnot. But it also just looks fun, okay? It's like the Wild West over there. I can do whatever I want. I actually can't say this game. It's gonna be a long night, okay? But we're like 90 way through, okay? So 90% of the way through. We're very close. Do this, alright. Easy money. That was my last big announcement. And also, I made a channel on Rumble, and you can watch all my videos there. That are also on YouTube. Go see my videos. They're not funny. Dude, wait, hold on. How? I really want to get the... how really want to get the thing there. The portal. Oh yeah, hold on. We can get this. It's not that far. It's worth. Clean. Oh, I hate these things. Oh my gosh. Why do they do too much damage? Which might be easier. I don't even know if you can get into it. I'm not even that sure, to be honest. Oh, you know what we can do though? Hold on. It's actually true. We can just, yeah, we can relink here. Now we have a spawn point. So when we do that, oh wait, that's right. Oh, I forgot how to do it. Okay, hold on. Yes, I could forget. Iconic. Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Haha. Nice. Okay. Where do we need to go? Hold on. Be very smart. We need to go to... this volcano, which is right next to... oh, it's right next to that teleport. Okay. So... I'm gonna somehow switch it wrong. It's this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, it is this one. Probably. It's okay. It spawns at a teleport. Dude, Han, how long does these things go for? I thought they only went for like 3 minutes. Alright, we're turning them off. Yeah. I'm gonna turn them on later. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. It's this one. Then is my guess. General guess. Alright, we're gonna turn some content on. If I can remember how to do that without breaking my game. Wait. How am I wrong again? Wait, which one is it? Hold on. Wait, am I crazy? It's not this, right? It wouldn't be that. It's not that. Which one? Wait. I hate this game. What's the closest one then? Okay, we're gonna start at this one. Oh wait, we can zoom in. Hold on. Yeah. Wait, there's literally a... Hold on. Is there... Whatever. This game, dude. Okay. How do we turn the video we were on? We were on a video last time. We were on the Socialist Hassan, okay? Doing Iced Coffee Hour, the Graham Stephan podcast, which I think is really good.
Our opportunity cost is low.
And...
Or, if that makes sense.
Well, the way I see it, as someone, you know, who owns a house in West Hollywood, as someone who lived in these neighborhoods that you speak of as well. I lived in Brentwood before. In you know, more affordable apartments, which was fucking awful, but expensive. Yeah, but still incredibly expensive with many roommates. I think that the option is, do you want homeless people to keep moving around and shitting on the streets, or do you want them to shit in the toilet with a roof over their head? And I think, like, if that is the alternative, and what you bring up with Venice is actually a good idea, because I mean, not a perfect solution, because ultimately that didn't eradicate homelessness in Venice, right? But with some genuine changes into the way that like the shelters process works, with like hopes for permanent shelter solutions, which currently are non-existent. I think that it doesn't matter where you put these places. Like, it doesn't matter where you have, rehab facilities, for example. Because like, think about it this way: property in Malibu is so expensive, right? Well, you know what Malibu has? A fuck ton of rehab facilities. Does that change the property value? No. Why? Because the people that are going to those rehab facilities are rich people. They're the rich people rehab facilities.
But they also aren't necessarily the ones defecating on the street. And I feel like the defecating on the street usually is an indicator of severe mental illness to the point where they cannot function on their own without assistance. And those would not be the people who could voluntarily go and like, I'm going to.
Also, that's not entirely correct either.
Not 100%, but I would say
because in a lot of instances it's just like we don't have public bathrooms. You know what I mean? So where the fuck is he supposed to shit?
Dude, there's public bathrooms everywhere.
I'm talking about the extremes where I used to work in West Hollywood.
I haven't been to
out front on Sunset Plaza, pulling their pants down,
I imagine there's public bathrooms everywhere. How can there not be?
Yeah. People are severely and like genuinely cripplingly mentally ill due to the circumstances that I described.
Or in any store.
And those people need help. And part of that help comes from, again, like not directly institutionalizing those people, but some level of institutionalization in a significantly more empathetic and significantly more compassionate and more ethical ways.
I would agree with that.
And I think that this is something that like everyone kind of agrees on. Yeah. But there's a very there's a very shitty part of this conversation that we will never agree on, which is the unfortunate reality that like housing prices might need to be devalued a little bit in the process of like building or not completely abolishing zoning restrictions in its entirety, but at least like allowing for or allowing for certain types of housing to be developed in communities. California has a 55% home ownership rate. Homeowners are very powerful as an entity here in this state. They don't want any housing. They don't want any housing to be built.
I agree with you on that. That's something that I've said, is that the building process in Los Angeles specifically is so terrible. It is so bad. I made a video on this years ago about the process it takes to build a multifamily building here in LA. The amount of open space that you need to account for, the amount of parking. Parking is a huge one. Even if you're close to nearby transit, you need a certain amount of parking spaces for the amount of bedrooms that you have per square foot, in addition to common space, open area, all of these things that make the cost so unbelievably high to build any sort of multifamily here in Los Angeles. And so for a developer, for it to even make financial sense to break even, they have to build luxury.
Yeah, why can I spawn
here? It's the only thing that they could build. Otherwise, there's no financial. They would lose money on that.
Yeah.
But also, building ADUs is so difficult in Los Angeles. And they came out with this program a few years ago saying, like, we're going to accept most ADUs. And I was really looking forward to this because I have a duplex, and I'd love to turn the garage at that point into another unit, 2 units. And there was a proposal that would allow you to build 5 stories if you were within, I think it was like a mile from a major intersection or half a mile from public transit. And I was so looking forward to that because I could take that duplex and build 5 to 6 units, and that would provide a lot more housing. And everyone in my neighborhood would be able to do that. But that failed because people didn't want, and I kind of understand if you're a house, you don't want to be necessarily living next to 5 stories and have people look down on your backyard and lose that privacy. And I get that too. But they make building so difficult here in LA.
Yeah. I agree. I think that they do that deliberately. They do that for one, because a lot of people say their quality of life or the character of the neighborhood will be eviscerated, destroyed, right? Or they also don't want their housing prices to devalue either, technically, because now there's more housing availability. You know what I mean? Or because they're next to a fucking building all of a sudden. And to that I say, there's going to be some. There's going to be a little bit of struggle there, but in the long term, in the long run, it will yield tremendous benefits in the form of not having people that have been homeless for 5 years, 6 years that's taking a shit outside of your house, or just like trying to break into your fucking house, breaking into your car. Like I've had all of these things happen.
No.
It's the cost of living in a big city. It shouldn't have to be. There are plenty of examples of cities that have been able to eradicate this problem, not entirely, but have done a much better, have dealt with it much better.
Like what cities?
Okay, gotta look at the YouTube
going
tutorial.
to bring up, if you are not familiar with this, I'm surprised, Red Vienna.
Wait a second. I need help. Get another tab. What's this place called? Hello, oh yeah. What's going on for this video? Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Sure, I guess that's. I hate these types of games. Okay, wait, I'm sorry.
Austria is the country we're talking about. In Vienna, 65% of all homes are actually public housing. They are not-for-profit housing, basically. It's a concept where the government offers many benefits to develop housing, and then basically have the rent exist specifically to either further develop more public housing or to maintain the housing itself. Housing that is not created with the sole purpose of accumulating more value to the single sole owner or whatever corporation owns it, but instead housing created by basically taking away some of the barriers of developing this project that can only be done by the government, like offering a lot for $1, with the express purpose of like building cooperatively owned housing, and then working with like credit unions to basically.
Hold on, he's gonna shoot at me.
Like, to get a loan from a bank, only to have the existing property, once it's completed and built, and the rent in said existing property, pay for the mortgage and the maintenance fees.
I've seen quite a few countries offer that of like $1. But in a lot of those instances, it's usually to promote people to move into a city that no one else wants to live in.
Oh shoot, I thought the other one was
that
back.
is declining in population. They need more people in there, and so they use that as a resort to say, hey, come here. Be no different than people like, doing that in Riverside and saying like, hey, we want more people over here. We want to be more of a hub. But I think Los Angeles and a lot of California specifically, in the higher price neighborhoods, they want to attract top talent, and they want people like that to move here and innovate. And they don't have a problem with declining population to that extent where they have to incentivize people, and land is so expensive.
I don't think it should be a byproduct. Vancouver doesn't have a declining population, but it's not, not to incentivize more people to move in. It's to basically it's to basically do the lightest form of government intervention you can do, and utilize the same capitalistic system and the same structures without like completely undermining it, to offer affordable housing as a low-cost alternative. But because that system is not funded at all and has actually been, disfavored by homeowners and all of these people that are incentivized to consistently keep their housing prices up in places like Amsterdam, the number of cooperatively owned nonprofit housing units have declined, and that's why even in a place like Amsterdam, for example, you see since the 2000s, the cost of living fucking skyrocket and become a genuine problem.
So where do you draw the line then between public housing and becoming a landlord? I mean, do you think like a property like this should be owned by the government and someone should have to pay way less because it's owned by the government? Like, should someone have the right to live in West Hollywood, for instance?
Yeah, if I think if like, I am not in the business of like completely eradicating private home ownership. I am a private homeowner myself. What I simply want to do is make it unaffordable for people to generate and accumulate capital from a home that they're not living inside of, a home that they're basically renting out. That's what it means to decommodify housing. Now, that's a very long-term goal, and obviously that's not going to be happening anytime soon in the United States of America. So the solutions I present in the interim period, in the short term, is to literally just like eviscerate the problem that currently exists with homelessness.
So let's discuss this on an ethical level, because I think that would be really fun, because I know you two have very different opinions on the ethics of land ownership / obviously being a landlord.
Sure.
Graham has his own unique experiences because he's obviously a property owner like that, and you probably have your own respective opinion. Let's hear what you have to say about that.
I mean, I think that shutting off a necessary resource by making it a profitable business, a profitable venture, is like something that I'm entirely against. If you want to still, do that, you could do commercial real estate, which is a whole different can of worms.
Different
because it's a
from
business.
Yeah, but let's say it's a mom and pop business. How is that any different from a household? I feel like a family is also a business. They have to run a business just the same way as a mom and pop liquor store on the corner would have to run a business. You're taking in money, you have expenses, you have to save a little bit for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the same thing?
No, because you don't have to live inside of you don't have to live inside of your
I think private property is a great thing. It's fucking. I think it's insane to argue against private property. I don't even know how to begin. Why am I frozen? Why can't I move? Okay. Private property is like one of the biggest motivators, right? Like, it's like a huge motivator for one to like accumulate wealth and stuff, and a huge method to accumulate wealth. I mean, this guy owns an $8 million house. Why doesn't he rent it? I don't know why this guy just doesn't. Why he just doesn't let? If he believes all this, why doesn't he let people live in his $8 million house? Why doesn't he not let some homeless people come in? There's probably some chill homeless people that'd be fine. This place looks really hard. I'm gonna try to do this hit list. Crap. Oh my gosh, dude. There's so much damage. I don't know why this guy just doesn't let people live in his $8 million house. He owns like an $8 million house. Why doesn't he build some affordable housing on that with his money? This guy pissed me off so much. Private property is really important. It's one of the only things that really gives you like that sense of freedom. Government owns your housing; they can really just kind of walk in whenever they want. You have no sense of private property. I wouldn't be against like building affordable housing, like a multi-millionaire going and building. Oh my gosh, that does damage the thing I'm standing on. Okay, thank you for explaining that game. That's actually awesome. Yeah. This is gonna be really fun. What? It's one of the only things that really separates you and like gives you like your own rights. The fact that you're able to like live in your own house, do your own thing, right? It's like your own personal sanctuary. It's your own property. The idea of like taking that away because we have a couple homeless people because they're either insane and no one's willing to shell the resources out. Like this guy's not willing to shell those resources out, okay, to help some mentally insane people. Probably against like the old style mental institutions, Arkham Asylum stuff. Which I probably be against the older ones, but I don't know why we don't have any asylums. I think it's more inhumane probably to just throw them on the street and say, good luck. Oh my gosh. Can I not... Are these not attachable? I don't understand why. Or like, how am I supposed to do anything? Oh wait, I actually super get it. I always forget. You have like 100 abilities. Yeah, it's probably kind of against like old style mental institutions and whatnot. I feel like it's way more humane than the fact that we just kind of throw them on the street and go, you know, good luck. I'm trying for 8 months though. It's kind of nasty, kind of dirty. If it were me, I would say we should probably have more funds for mentally unhealthy people. We should probably have ways that we can like societally re-implement people that have like mental illness and stuff. Like getting rid of housing or just trying to completely like governmentize housing is like clinically insane behavior. I can go up, you see. Wait, brother. Go up, bro. I hate this game. Okay. I feel like a huge, yeah, there probably are a lot of mentally ill people that are homeless. Also a large amount of people that are homeless that just, I feel like they have nowhere to turn. Like, that's one of the things I think I was talking about earlier with like really secular places having really bad homeless problems is they have like no churches they can go to turn to. They have no like family that gives any crap about them. They have no, if they are mentally unhealthy, they have no one that can help them. Okay, yeah, the longer you stand on that. Oh, look, there's a little thing down here. You know.
Business in the same way. A business can thrive and survive even if the barrier in that regard exists, right? A business can still get a bank loan to be able to pay for these sorts of things, whereas like I think the similar process should not exist for home ownership.
Wouldn't getting a loan be the same thing as renting a house from a landlord? Because then you're owing money to someone else, probably the government, who you're going to be paying 5 to 7% interest to.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, in some respects, absolutely. Well, obviously, we don't have like Soviet bloc style public housing in this country. So I'm just simply saying that like in the short term, these are the, this is what I advocate for in the short term to like at least tackle some of the issues with availability of housing that creates.
What's a short-term
From my
argument that
perspective,
we should
I see landlords as
get
providing
rid
a
of
service,
private
and
property?
I'm trying not to like include the slumlords because there's certainly people that do the bare minimum, like just basic above like the bare minimum living conditions to try to maximize profit. But
Yeah.
talking about like, a lot of landlords that I see, the vast majority are mom and pop. They own 3 or fewer properties. They a lot of times have owned properties from their parents. They just turn into rentals. They own the house. Instead of selling it, they'll choose to rent it out.
Why did that kill him? I need to that guy. Why did it kill him?
But from what I've seen and what I've seen a lot of people do is that they'll buy a property that no one else would consider, and these would be properties that need a lot of work, that maybe an owner user doesn't have the funds to fix up, they don't have the time, they don't have the interest. Someone else goes and fixes that up and rents it out to someone who doesn't want to own a home.
Yourself, dude. Oh my gosh. I literally clicked on it. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened.
For a few years, if they just want to test out.
I know I put the right button and put in.
Home ownership is really burdensome, as I'm sure you've seen, with property taxes, insurance, repairs, so miscellaneous things. Right now, it's cheaper to rent than it is to own throughout the majority of Los Angeles.
I think ultimately the sense of security that you get from having permanent shelter when you're a homeowner is you know, much better overall than having the fear of, you know, your landlord literally changing your rent just because they can, because the market conditions are favorable to do such a thing.
That's not always the case, though. Like, if you work out a pretty good
regardless of that,
deal,
though,
right, or a good contract,
like I
can't they
said,
not just they can
public housing does
restructure a
not
deal midway
necessarily have
through,
to
right?
mean permanent shelter in the sense that like you own the house that you're in. Singapore, I think, has a system similar to that as well, where you're basically leasing it from the government, right? And you know, these are places where they've been able to tackle this crises head on before it even existed, and it still works on a rental basis. If you want the opportunity to rent a home, you can absolutely do so. I guess the way I see the world is that I wish for a future where people don't even need to be mom and pop landlords as a nest egg for survival. That like they don't need to even do that, because a lot of those things are taken care of through social safety nets when you are no longer a productive laborer, when you have retired. But of course, that is a fuck.
Oh, this guy's such a
How would that
actually
play in
him.
though if you want a higher quality?
And you're no longer a productive laborer. That's all he ever
let's
sees
say
anyone
that you
as, by
don't
the way.
want
Okay.
that, and you want to be able to make more money or work harder and get something nicer.
Then go ahead. I mean, it's not. What I'm talking about with respect to like full-blown decommodifying housing is, again, so far out in the future that it's like unimaginable to talk about from today's standards of living and the way that we experience society right now, because there are other complications that
I don't want to kill that guy.
exist there. Like, for example, housing is not the only issue. Part of the problem that I mentioned is commutes and travel, right?
What's up here?
One way to make traffic congestion infinitely better and more livable in a place like California is public transit. We're very spread out, but unfortunately, we also have made zero attempts to better our public transit system in this state in general, and certainly not in Los Angeles. That is also a necessity. Walkability, like making walkable cities and making this city more walkable and simultaneously have better public transit options is an absolute necessity for low-income people to survive.
I would love to see micro apartments. I'm talking like 300.
Low-income people aren't like dying on the
That's
street.
what I would have loved. When I was 20, 21 years old,
I know this sucky
you're
life.
working all day, you're
People are
out
just,
and
like,
about,
dying.
you could live in the central part of wherever you want to live, and that's all you need. You need a bed, a kitchen, TV, bathroom, 300 square feet.
I don't think that's a solution. I mean, it's just like, sure, if you want to create an opportunity for like cheaper living, that's fine, that's great. But like, I don't even think, when I say affordable housing, when we talk about, like, again, going back to Vienna, 65% public homeowner, like publicly owned housing availability, those massive complexes that we're talking about are like luxury condominiums in comparison to what we have here as available in the private market. They have gyms, they have pools, they have some sunlight coming in, and you know, a balcony that you can build like some kind of shrubbery
you know
on,
what?
you know, like just some green. All of that stuff is still very much a possibility, even if it is decoupled from the profit market. And we can't even think about it like that. We're like, well, why not still have it be private and just be cheaper overall, and take out some of the amenities?
True, why not?
I don't want to do that.
Gosh.
I want to make sure that we build, livable housing that people want to live in, that is still kept at a low cost and more affordable. That's what I think can be done, and it is done in other places, and I think that it should be done in California. It would literally make this state like the #1 country to live in, because we have a massive GDP. We're a very powerful economy. I think it's like what, 4th, 5th largest economy on the planet.
It's pretty much the 4th largest economy.
Yeah,
but where does the money go? That's what I want to know.
I can tell you where the money goes.
Where does the money go?
The money goes to, Gavin Newsom and other people's like cousins and uncles that are like contractors and developers that take on and bid for these like viable contracts of like massive infrastructure projects that they have really no intention of fully seeing through. Yeah. It goes to our police force. A gigantic chunk of it goes to our police force. Every time you drive over a pothole, think like, you know, cops got a fucking armored personnel carrier, so you can't have this pothole fixed. It's unimaginable.
But even then, part of me thinks that crime is escalating to a point where we need more police officers because it's so prevalent. Like I've seen.
You bring up a good point. Like, first of all, crime is not escalating technically. That is, even if you look at police numbers, police data, crime is actually decreasing. But everywhere in the media, they're like, "Oh my God, crime is so bad." You would think that crime is worse in California than it is in like South Carolina. No, it's not. South Carolina has a much higher rate, for example, of murders than New York.
But didn't they decriminalize a lot of the things in California too?
No, that's, again, a lot of this stuff is portrayed in the media in a way to draw out hysteria towards it, and then you see homeless people like defecating on the street, and then you think, oh my God, the media is correct. Crime is fucking skyrocketing. Homicides are up. That's true. Certainly. The main component, though, is not our police budgets, because police budgets have fucking gone up year over year over year. The Los Angeles Police Department spends $8 million a day just to operate. $8 million a day. And hey, if you get your fucking car broken into, good luck. You know, you call them up, they're like, sorry, nobody on the line, you know?
But doesn't that promote, in a way, more crime? Because what I've seen, again, this is me personally, have seen this firsthand, but the level of crime out in the open, I've never seen that before in my life as someone who worked like Beverly Hills, West Hollywood.
This is pretty true. People
someone in the broad daylight smashing a window. But over the last 2 years, I've seen and heard more stories firsthand about people in broad daylight being robbed for their watches, walking down the street in a crowded space. Someone pulls up, smashes a car window, grabs it, and everyone's just kind of standing there looking. The police won't respond to it because it's not worth their time.
It's not. Yeah. And also, they're fucking super lazy. Let's be real. Yeah, there's no other sector.
Yeah, people act like the crime in California is horrible.
There's no other sector in which people go, oh yeah,
especially like San
Francisco's
bad,
but we gotta give them more money.
But
part of me thinks it's just because it's so prevalent.
I think the numbers are a little skewed on that.
Because the penalties are not as strict as they should be for that level of crime.
America houses
a little more
the largest number of
you know,
caged people, not free people, prisoners on the planet. We are 4% of the entire planet's population, and yet we have 25% of the entire planet's prisoner population. We have a very draconian attitude towards crime and punishment. And
okay, no, we don't. That's insane. Okay, there are countries that this guy will defend, like Singapore. All right, I imagine. Okay, they like try to put you to sleep. Okay, or put you to like service camps for minor drug charges. The reason, let me just explain. Let me just let him.
Unfortunately, in other countries where they have a much more understanding approach that focuses on rehabilitation, they have better results of reintegration. They have lower recidivism rates. It is demonstrably failed. Our carceral state is an abject failure. We've even baked in the profit incentive into it in the form of private prisons, which are just abhorrent by other country standards. Yeah. Norway literally has a non-extradition treaty for many crimes to the United States because they consider U.S. prisons to be a regularly violating human rights, solitary confinement, and even like regular prisons, like regular jails, like Rikers and whatnot, should be shut down, but are currently operating with like millions of people. I mean, not millions, but thousands of people that are going through that jail system without even a court date. We have basically proven time and time again that like
that is not cool at all.
We're gonna fucking
that is turbo gay.
Crime head on by beating people's heads in. Not working is just a failure. In other places where they don't do that, it's not a failure. What is the main difference though? It's because crime doesn't happen because people are bad people. Certainly there are still, of course, going to be perverts, freaks, whatever, antisocial personality disorder related crimes. But crime, for the most part, is a consequence of material conditions. That's why when there's more poverty, like in a state like South Carolina, there's more crime. There's more violent crime. And the unfortunate reality is that we rarely ever try to tackle the underpinnings of why crime happens. And then we try to do this patchwork solution of like more police enforcement, which ironically then takes funds away from the ways to maybe even deal with why crime happens. And when there's less funding for after school programs, when there's less funding for education, when there's less funding for any kind of affordable solutions to the housing crisis, all of a sudden you have more people that are desperate. You have more people that are just like willing to say, fuck it, I'm crazy, I'm just gonna go bash someone's head in and steal their watch or rob them at gunpoint. That is a reality that has been consistent and has been endlessly pontificated on since ancient Greece.
Oh, screw
the
you, brother.
relationship that crime has with poverty. And yet, for some reason, we just like to turn a blind eye to it here in the United States and refuse to implement actual solutions that would tackle it head on. Meanwhile, there are examples, even if they are not, perfect, even if they haven't completely eviscerated crime, right? Violent crime, gun violence, and even thefts, grand larceny are comparably much better. Like those rates are much better in other countries where they have social safety nets.
Why do you feel like, and perhaps this is just me making assumptions, that crime has gotten worse since COVID, even during the times that stimulus checks and employment benefits were going out?
That's a great question. Crime has historically gotten lower year over year up until 2019. And then in 2020, it actually diminished dramatically because of the things that you're mentioning. And also on top of that, people were not able to travel as freely. So it literally just completely suppressed crime, right? A lot of economic factors were helpful in tackling that aspect. But then after the stimulus checks ran out, and after people were able to go back to their regular order of business, go and travel freely and walk around, it seemed like in comparison to 2020 and 2021, crime started skyrocketing. Well, yes, in comparison to 2020, yes, the year after and since then, crime has gone up. And now it's basically catching up to 2019 levels, and maybe depending on homicide, for example, it's even higher than 2019 levels. But other than that, crime is still consistently lower year over year. It just depends on what snapshot you're looking at. But when you see a big boost like that in the numbers in comparison to the year prior, and you have a media that is like very excited to ramp up the hysteria and the if it bleeds, it leads style attitudes that they have when they keep pushing for this narrative, and you have a police union that sees a lot of scrutiny. When you have police see a lot of scrutiny at the national level through police brutality becoming a more prominent conversation point. What are you supposed to do against that? How do you counter against that narrative? You say, well, they're trying to defund us. There has not been any significant defunding movement that has existed in any state, any municipality across the United States of America. They say the police have been defunded here in Los Angeles, for example. I'm a taxpayer here. I probably pay for more Kevlar vests and more guns than many
there have
of
been
your viewers,
police defunding
and maybe even some of them combined. Let's be real.
I'm pretty sure.
And I could tell you with a certainty that police have not.
I'm actually pretty certain that there have been multiple different.
As a matter of fact, they've gotten
I think
more
didn't
funds
Minnesota police literally get pay cuts? Didn't
the year prior to that?
They have like rainy day events in other states where they, or what do they call them, like the sick days, where they would all call in like sick the same day or whatever. They have absolutely been defund. They literally, like, the police just straight up took off for like an entire week or for like a month or whatever when they had the whole Chaz takeover in Seattle, right? They just basically didn't do anything, or they were told to stand down. If I stand right here, it's lie, brother. So stupid. Okay. Can I not? Yeah, they're absolutely big movement. Absolutely big movements. Big movements to defund the police. It's not true.
Their
They're really like whole
overtime
riots and
benefits
protests.
have skyrocketed as well. It's one way that like police actually make a lot of their money is overtime. I think what ended up happening in order to like, I guess, satiate the masses that were asking for some level of accountability from the police, our neoliberal administrators decided, what do? Instead of giving them $200 million extra this year, we'll give them $150 million extra this year. We'll just shave a little bit off the top of what extra money that we were going to give to the police as a rate increase. And then how do they make up for that? Of course, they made up for that with COVID funds, which Joe Biden has openly stated can be used to pay overtime and the police force to continue funding the police.
Don't they need more money because of rising costs in general, whether that be for their families, the cost of cars, gasoline, Kevlar, the cost of everything has gone up. So if they cut extra funds, that is also in addition to their own costs probably going up by 20%.
Well, but they haven't really cut funds like that. You know what I mean? They keep funding the police very thoroughly and very handsomely at the opportunity cost of not funding other places that desperately need it significantly more than the police, as a matter of fact, like education, like the roads and the like. Every single thing that you see, that's why I always say, every single thing that you see in California, we're like, how the fuck is this still, like, how is this pothole still here? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Yeah. Like, fix the fucking potholes. It's like, yeah, can't, because a lot of our funds are currently being used elsewhere. It's like a business. Everything is a business, right? What do you do when you have a unlimited money supply? Okay, year over year, you're gonna find a way to spend it so you can keep asking for it and even ask for more. Everyone massages the numbers in that regard. If you've ever worked for a corporation, you know they do it all the time. They want to make sure that their budgets look good. They're gonna always find a way to spend it.
Yep.
There's never a moment where police go, maybe we should do a little bit of belt tightening. There's never austerity towards police. Yeah. There's only austerity towards education year over year.
I feel like that's not a problem with the police. That's just a problem with the whole California system, where if any company,
true, you guys have a bad governor.
Okay? Says, I don't spend this amount of money that I'm given, I'm not going to get more the next year, and I'm going to seem like a failure.
Better officials.
$20 million budget. I need to spend the whole thing to be able to get that again. And if I spend 15, well, now I'm going to be limited to 15 the next year.
Audit it. Have some fucking number crunchers in there. Go, no, not anymore. We're not doing this. I think we should do that. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of implementing efficiency protocols and eliminating redundancy.
Me too.
As vicious as like a Bain Capital guy or a McKinsey consultant when it comes to something that is as expansive and not yielding the results that it's supposed to, like the police force.
Yeah. What would you decriminalize if you were to say one thing that should not be enforced the way it is?
I think,
if anything,
decriminalization is a tricky subject to discuss, because I think that decriminalization without anything else is just like you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? If you're decriminalizing a certain thing, you also have to have preventative mechanisms put in place. Decriminalization of drugs, for example, is profoundly successful in the nation of Portugal, right? But what did they do? They didn't just decriminalize drug usage, right? They also, on top of that, created systems that they implemented immediately, like that eliminated needle sharing, that basically offered up rehabilitation opportunities for people who were, regular substance abusers. And that was profoundly successful in cutting back both the usage and drug consumption in general, but it was also profoundly successful in cutting back on, secondary complications that come from needle sharing, like AIDS and hepatitis C and the like a lot of transmittable diseases that people get, and people were able to go to rehab. If you consider drug usage, for example, to be just a criminal act, and if your only solution to drugs is, the police force and jailing, then you arrive at the problem that we have with the war on drugs, where the drugs still won and the remnants of that still exist. think about it like the way we treat rich people. Like, when a rich person has a substance abuse problem, they don't see the worst impacts. They don't get fucking thrown in jail for the most part, or brutalized by police. They go to rehab. And in a lot of instances, it might not even be successful, but in plenty of instances it is. It's just a more ethical way of dealing with it, and also a more successful way of dealing with it if you look to other countries that have implemented similar processes. So that's one area that I would decriminalize. Another one that I would decriminalize is sex work, for sure. Again.
Yeah, I'd agree with both of those.
Yeah.
Why don't you think they've decriminalized sex work? Wouldn't that legitimize the industry, prevent a lot of sex trafficking, make sure that people are safer?
Yeah,
if they're gonna
absolutely.
engage in that? Why do you think we've not done that? Do you think it's more of like a moral, religious?
America's very puritanical, and oftentimes we engage in like nonsensical acts, like even if the majority of the public doesn't agree with it. Not saying that like the public loves sex work or anything.
Okay, wait, hold on. Here's the one thing about decriminalizing drugs. I'm like 90. Okay, hold on, wait. Before I even say anything, sounds really smart. I don't think enough people on the internet give him credit for being smart. I just feel like he's such a grifter, dude. I feel like he really doesn't care about like social. He really doesn't believe it. I feel like he's smart enough not to. I think he just knows that being like the socialist guy on Twitch is like a really good like marketability type thing. And he comes from like a socialist family, so he kind of almost treats it like a character. Yeah, I think he's super smart. Am I gonna be able to do this in time? Okay, what do I do now? What does the game want me to do? Oh. That's not it. Uh-oh. I don't know what the puzzle is. Okay. Dude, I need to stop playing this game. He's trying to be. Okay. He's really fucking smart. I just think he's such a grifter. I really do. I'm not just saying that because that's like what Destiny says, but he really just feels so ungenuine sometimes. This actually feels like the most genuine sit-down conversation he's ever had with anyone. Which I'm almost certain of that he knew this wasn't going to be a very aggressive type of conversation beforehand. He's just not a debate type person. Just fair. What's the point of doing this? Oh, actually, I bet I do super know. Okay, yeah. I already forgot what he was talking about. He quit doing this. So honed in right now. Just gaming. Oh, decriminalization of drugs. Here's the only issue with decriminalization that I think is a little bit cringe. I think most countries have a good understanding that drugs can absolutely like collapse you societally. I think that's the big reason China will like straight up kill you, okay, if you bring drugs into the country. They understand the impacts that drugs will have on like a society. I even... Oh, don't kill me. They understand that like drugs will straight up destroy a society. In fact, the reason China does that is because it happened to them. When the whole like Hong Kong thing happened, hold on, wait. There's been multiple Hong Kong things. When originally China was kind of sectored off from the world, and then you had a bunch of countries kind of setting up almost puppet states and whatnot in China because they wanted to trade with them. They had a lot of resources. They wanted those resources. They wanted to open trade with China. We kind of were... Actually, we were like the closest to being an ally to China in that situation that they really had. The UK actually like smuggled in tons of drugs for Chinese citizens, tons of opiums, and that's what really got them in the end. That's what led to their kind of eventual surrender to the idea that they had to stay open and trade with the Brits, the Germans, the French, the Japanese, and us. That kind of open Chinese philosophy. That's why now, if you bring drugs into China, they will kill you, okay? They understand the impact that it'll have. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, so the big issue with decriminalization, like, it sounds really good on paper to decriminalize drugs, I get it. But, and I would probably be in favor of it if, I don't know, man. I think I would be in more, I think I'd be closer to wanting to say yes to decriminalization of drugs and straight up legalization of drugs and, you know, do whatever you want. But I kind of have an issue of, I really don't have faith that our society wouldn't just, like, all do drugs. I'm kind of worried that every, like, teenager would be hooked on, like, 3 different things before they even turn 18. It's okay. I'm really worried that we would just end up sitting around with no purpose, just getting high. It would be kind of the big fear, right? And that's why, like, it's so scary. Honestly, and you can say whatever you want. China absolutely. I think there's evidence of it. Wait, hold on. I don't actually know. Take this with a grain of salt. But I've heard, okay, and read, but not from very good sources, that there have been, there's like tiny little bits of evidence that China has been smuggling fentanyl in from, like, the Mexican border, right? This is one of the big reasons that we're, like, really concerned with border security. I'm make a save file here. That is the wrong button. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, wait, hold on. Nice. That's one of the big reasons that we're worried about, like, border security, is we're worried about drugs being brought into our country, right? We're not worried about fentanyl being... Okay, wait, some people are, but they're retarded. The big fear is like fentanyl ending up in your Halloween candy, or even really fentanyl being in, like, anything, okay? The big worry is that people are going to get hooked on one drug, and they're going to chase the next high, and eventually they are going to do something like fentanyl. Where they're either going to, if there ever is, like, a safe dosage of it, they're either going to kill themselves, or they're going to take, like, a safe enough amount where they're just going to be, like, high all day and suck. That's the real fear. Don't let people, like, don't let people tell you that drugs are just, like, bad for you generally because they're bad for you. Drugs aren't a necessary evil, okay? I think people conflate so much with the idea of something being bad and that thing, like, itself being a bad or evil thing. Drugs can be bad for you, but that doesn't mean that they're inherently a bad thing. Where am I taking this? I'm taking this to this place, right? This is the right way? Real. Okay, there we go. We always talk about things like they're so evil or good or correct, right? But it's not always true. Drugs aren't a bad thing. In fact, doing drugs is probably fine. Like, okay. Oh! I actually opened a whole rabbit hole with this. I really get pissed off because people will talk about all the time. They'll talk about the idea that drugs, specifically like weed, marijuana, LSD, shrooms, like acid, like they'll talk about these things like they're so bad for you. The two drugs that are, like, the most bad for you. This is just straight up a Destiny bit. The 2 drugs that are, like, probably the worst for you, not in terms of, like, the effects a single one will have, but, like, societally that have, like, really sucked for us, are, like, alcohol and cigarettes. Now, I'm a pretty stark defender of alcohol. I'm not really a good defender of cigarettes. I'm a defender of one type of cigarette, I guess, which is cigars. Okay? I'll defend cigars because I think they're really fucking cool. And keep in mind, I've had this take way before Andrew Tate existed, okay? I've had this take for a long time. I think cigars are cool. I think they're cool to smoke. I think they look sick. They look... I heard a dog. They look sick when you're holding them. They're pretty expensive, right? Like Cuban cigars. I don't know, they just got a classy feel to them. Same thing with pipes, okay? I'd probably defend, like, pipes too, like old classy pipe. I just think they're cool. I would also defend like drinking. I think drinking's fine. Okay, I think especially actually hold on. I think some drinking's fine. Again, these all come with little qualifiers. I don't think drinking piss beer is cool. Okay, but stuff like wine, whiskey, fucking vodka. Okay, stuff that's kind of like sick. Stuff like that, that's pretty cool. I'd be kind of a defender of, just because I think it's sick. Not really because I think it's good for you, but because I would even be a defender of cigarettes and vapes and piss beer, okay? Because I think generally these things can be like a good thing, but most people abuse the shit out of them. Most people, I think something like 10% of the industry for like smoking, high pressure. Not treating it like a high pressure situation. Should think, please. I just don't. He shoots one right at the end. Things like drinking and smoking are fun, but 10% of the industry pays for like 90% of it, right? Like the 10% addicts make up like 90% of the industry's profits. It's kind of sick, right? But if you're in that type of business, I think you should be in that type of business. I'm a cold-blooded capitalist, okay? If you can exploit people and you can like capitalize on those markets, do that, all right? I don't even think you should have to pay for rehab facilities and stuff. All right? It's fine, but I think the idea is that you want to kind of limit usage of these things because they can be really, really negative for an overarching societal structure. Please shoot. Real. Like an overarching societal structure, these things can be like super negative. I mean, sick. Okay. Even smoking and drinking, I think, has huge negative effects. Isn't that why like caffeine, coffee like took off originally? Is because we drank beer like it was water, and it was actually cleaner than water at one point. But we eventually found a kind of a semi-replacement for it, which we could use to kind of quell that quellable feeling, needing to the load off. Caffeine kind of put you in game mode, made it better than beer, which kind of takes you out of game mode. We have caffeine addictions. So it's so hard to like paint these things in black and white. I think. Fuck do you get back? But generally, drugs are probably a negative for society. But if you can find a way to like manage it, I think they're fine. They're kind of fun for an individual to do. I don't like limiting people's fun or freedom. So. Yeah, you know what? I'll say it. I'd actually be in favor. I think I'd be in favor of decriminalization of things and letting people just kind of do whatever they want. But I think there should be like high level of training, right, within the church, within school and education. You should teach these things not as negatives, but as what they are. Okay, how they can ruin your life if you don't use them correctly. How addictive they are. I don't know. I feel like we teach them. Honestly, that's another thing. I think we almost have this reverse effect where parents do this a lot, where they'll be drone parents, or what do they call them, hover parents or something, where they will like hover over their kid their entire lifetime, and then that kid, I've noticed at least as like someone that just turned 18, all the kids that like got hovered over when I was a kid do the craziest stuff now. They drink, they have sex. And like they're really Christian kids too, and they'll do like crazy stuff. I'm someone that wasn't really hovered over. I don't do these things. My brother was someone that wasn't really hovered over. He doesn't do these things. I don't know what it is. I think when you try to like force that idea, or when you like especially when you like keep reinforcing drugs are bad, don't do drugs. And then from their friends, they're gonna hear people that do drugs are gonna tell them the exact opposite. No, drugs are cool, man. Drugs are fun. Right? For me, if I heard drugs are fun, I'm like, yeah, of course I know they're fun. but they have like other negative aspects to them that that I don't want attached to me, right? Or negative like possibilities that are attached to them, not negative necessarily aspects. So I don't really want to mess with them. I don't want to play with them, but I appreciate it. You know? I feel like parents did more of that, did more of just teaching drugs what they are, not how like negative and bad for you they are. That would probably be way better. But yeah, there are kids that will smoke and then talk crap about marijuana, or they'll vape and they'll talk crap about like other drugs. Both are probably like horrible. It's unbelievable how many drugs are, or how many chemicals are in a cigar. How many chemicals are in a cigarette? Or a vape cartridge. Those are actually, I would argue, oh my gosh, wait, I would argue that, yeah, I would... I would argue that one of the things that I really can't stand about cigarettes and vapes is they get people that vape and smoke. They give you the nastiest secondhand smoke in the world without like your consent, right? People that do marijuana, yeah, some of them might smoke like once or whatever, but usually they just like take edibles or something, right? Same thing with like if you're like popping a pill or something, right, or whatever. You're not giving me your nasty, disgusting secondhand smoke. The cloud, the smell, your breath. Oh, it ruins your teeth. I have to look at that sometimes. Oh, dude. It's so nasty. I don't know why. I don't know why people smoke and vape. Honestly, I'd rather them take edibles. People that smoke and vape are the biggest assholes in the world sometimes, okay? And here's the thing, I think it's like scientifically proven. I don't mean to do the truth vape ads, but I'm pretty sure it's proven that vaping and like smoking and doing stuff like that can actually increase, right? You get reliant on the cigarette or whatever. Once you get reliant on it, the effects start to do, they start to do less, they start to increase something, right? So like if you smoke for a really long time, it can actually increase your stress levels and it makes you want to smoke more. It's like the addictive side of it. Or the effects just wear off and so you keep smoking, right? And then you get like that twitch because you're trying to get your fix and the effects aren't kicking in. People that smoke and people that smoke are like the biggest a-holes in the world. At least people that like take edibles and stuff, they're chill for a little bit. The effects still go away, which is why it's a gateway drug and they get like worse and worse drugs. Because they're still trying to chase like that high or whatever. But at least for a little while, you're not an a-hole, okay? People that smoke are like, oh my gosh.
Anything but
when you smoke, it's like the most.
It was such an insane.
My parents smoke, by the way. It's the most frustrating thing in the world.
To do.
It's just
places
so
like
gross.
Kentucky, where it's a ballot measure, where they're like, we are going to codify abortion protections, and then the people overwhelmingly vote for that. Right? That's the most democracy you can get. A ballot measure is the most direct democracy, right? You go in, you say, no, I want to protect abortions, and you fucking press the button, or you fill it in, and Kentucky overwhelmingly voted in favor of codifying and protecting abortions. The Kentucky Attorney General, Mitch McConnell's very own guy, who's turned around and said, no, we're still gonna work to criminalize abortion. Insane. Why are we doing that? Well, because we need to have wedge issues. We need to have a culture war. We need to have a back and forth. Even if there is no such back and forth, and the overwhelming majority of people think it's like completely unjustifiable to criminalize abortion and allow women.
He's actually kind of right. Hold on. If I'm picking up on what he's saying, yeah, you vote for everything on the local level. We need to stop pretending like voting for the president is like what's going to largely impact us. It's a huge impact. He's the leader of the free world. He's going to be the guy that's going to make a lot of big decisions. Whether those decisions are dealing with other countries or they're with like other large-scale issues and whatnot. I mean, the president's a huge figure, right? And he's gonna make executive orders. He's gonna make policy. He's going to be signing things that Congress are going to be pushing. Like, we vote for everything on the local level. We're voting for actual decisions to be made in our like personal lives. And it's bad not to. It's bad to pretend that we don't. Shoot. How do I get out of here? Actually, I don't know. I should have to go. That thing's always going to be too hot to step on now. Oh, okay. I really can't. On. Fuck you. Yeah, I vote for all these things on the local level. That's weird though. Is that true? Like, they voted for, they wanted to legalize abortion, and they went opposite of what the public voted. That's crazy. By the way, if you want to hear my abortion take, it's the most based. Okay. Shit. How? What do you do? Okay, okay, that was just fucking retarded. That was just fucking retarded. Like my hitbox is barely there, but it's whatever. Yeah, I don't care enough about that. I hate this level. This is the worst so far. Yeah, mine's actually pretty based. I think, actually, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't even want to break into that.
Have bodily autonomy, and you know, not have the government interfere with a medical procedure. But it doesn't matter because it gets the base riled up. Even you know, who's turned around and said, no, we're still gonna work to criminalize abortion. Insane. Why are we doing that? Well, because we need to have wedge issues. We need to have a culture war. We need to have a back and forth. Even if there is no such back and forth, and the overwhelming majority of people think it's like
wait, criminalize
abortion.
Oh, hold on. We're telling you about the local level or the federal level?
And except you know, I would even know it, but again.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
both
actually
of
don't
those.
know.
Yeah.
Why don't you think they've decriminalized sex work? Wouldn't that legitimize the industry, prevent a lot of sex trafficking?
I went
make
back
sure
way
people
too
are
far.
Safer.
Crap.
Yeah,
if you're gonna engage
absolutely.
in that? Why do you think we've not legalized sex work?
Abortion. Insane. Why are we doing that? Well, because we need to the Kentucky Attorney General. Direct democracy, right? You go in, you say, no, I want to protect abortions, and you fucking press the button, and you still have places like Kentucky where, you know, it's a ballot measure, and like nonsensical acts, like even if the majority of the public doesn't agree with it, not saying that like the public loves sex work or anything, but the greatest example that comes to mind is abortion. You know what I mean? It was such an insane thing to do. And you still have places like Kentucky where, you know, it's a ballot measure where they're like, we are going to codify abortion protections. And then the people overwhelmingly vote for that, right? That's the most democracy you can get. A ballot measure is the most direct democracy, right? You go in, you say, no, I want to protect abortions, and you fucking press the button or you fill it in. And Kentucky overwhelmingly voted in favor of codifying and protecting abortions. The Kentucky Attorney General, Mitch McConnell's very own guy, you know, who's turned around and said, no, we're still gonna work to criminalize abortion. Insane. Why are we doing that? Well, because we need to have wedge issues. We need to have a culture war. We need to have a back and forth. Even if there is no such back and forth, and the overwhelming majority of people think it's like completely unjustifiable to criminalize abortion and allow women to have bodily autonomy and you know, not have the government interfere with a medical procedure. But it doesn't matter because it gets the base riled up. It gets a very...
If he doesn't... Yeah, okay. As long as he doesn't talk about it, I'm not going to talk about it.
Hold on to, riled
I actually
up,
really don't want
and
to.
go out and vote for it. So that's why they have to keep doing it over and over again. And sex work is not all that different. It's something that a lot of people both engage in or consume, and there's a sense of shame surrounding it because of our puritanical attitudes, and people don't usually care about it. They just have apathy for the most part. So it's a very easy group of people to tackle, especially when, you know, this is an industry, like you also correctly pointed out, where sex trafficking happens, right? Exploitation, grooming, and the like, or rape happens in this industry, just like it happens in every other industry. But, you know, decoupling that from sex work, which is done consensually amongst adults, is very, very important. But instead, there's a deliberate effort by, you know, super conservative, ultra Christian fundamentalists to never separate the two, to make sure that there's a conflation so that they can consistently say, what, you want sex crimes to continue? You want sex trafficking to continue? We need to destroy sex work in its entirety. It's every single time there is coercion happening, every single time that there is, you know, a crime happening, anytime there's a
he's right on the numbers,
pornographic material being shot.
It does.
What are some personal values that you
I
hold that is not also held by the political party that you associate with?
I mean, there's a lot. Pretty much everything I hold on to, I don't think the Democratic Party genuinely cares about. They claim to care about it, but I don't think they care about any of it. So I would say almost all of what I believe in the Democratic Party is not in support of.
What do you think the Democratic Party is doing right, and what do you think that they're doing wrong? And then can you also do that for the Republican Party?
Yeah, they're doing everything wrong. They're not doing anything right.
The Democratic Party we're talking about. Okay.
Yes, they're doing everything wrong. They basically play the role of a bottleneck for like any kind of genuine progressive momentum. They don't offer nearly enough labor protections, like at all. They have not refunded the NLRB after Donald Trump, you know, defunded it. I mean, there are notable exceptions to this, but overall, the party view and the party attitude towards like even increasing the minimum wage or things like that could technically be done through budget reconciliation, never came down to it because they looked at the first tiny marginal hurdle and said, oh, we can't do it because the Senate parliamentarian said we can't do it. And it's like fucking bullshit. Like, if you get down to the thick of it or the weeds of it, when you look at all of these structural hurdles, the Republican Party eviscerates them regularly. Okay, they routinely will say, fuck precedent, I don't give a shit, we're gonna do it. I mean, look no further than the Federalist Society, from its development to its inception to all the way to now, where they have been able to dismantle abortion protections in the Supreme Court. That took like a 40 years long effort, but it was successful. You know, they don't give a shit about what the impacts of this might be on the ground. So I think in many respects, the Republican Party does a very good job of, one, creating culture wars to fight and setting the terms of that battle, and then two, implementing measures that make it feel like they're actually successful and that they're giving something to their audiences, that they're giving something to their constituencies. Whereas the Democratic Party constantly is in a state of panic and defense, but that defense, whenever they're in positions of power, never actually comes to fruition, and they just kind of let a lot of it slide, let a lot of it go. So as far as that goes, I think whether it be environmental protections, I was gonna call him Joe Brandon because that's what I do on stream all the time. Joe Biden. Joe Biden talks a big game about environmental protection, but then offers, you know, a litany of pipelines to open up, and you know, no such genuine effort to like take away subsidies in the fossil fuel industry and like refocusing our efforts to become competitive against China in the field of like renewable energy is ever truly made, because the oil industry has America in a stranglehold. You know, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But under the Obama administration, the Democratic Party had a supermajority in the Senate when they were trying to implement ACA, and then a senator died. He was replaced by what's his name? Oh, this is the worst. Okay, well, I can't figure it out. There was one senator whose name is literally, I'm blanking out on right now. It's very frustrating. Who played the role of the one guy who was not going to vote for it, and you know, that's why the Democrats had to set up a litany of compromises and couldn't go far enough. But the reality is that as a unit, as a whole, they do not want to make genuine system breaking changes that they advocate for that I consider to be a necessity, because they're still funded by the same corporate benefactors for the most part.
So you're of the mindset that there are like this small group of elites that basically run the everything to a certain extent.
I mean, if you consider that to be capital owners in general, then yes, I do. I think that this country was built by capital owners for capital owners. This entire system of governance is built for corporate owners to get whatever they want, whatever their desires are. And it's not even like individual. Like it's more so the structure itself benefits those who are wealthy. Whether it be tax
this country was not built by corporate owners.
And I see it in my personal experience as someone who made $21,000 my first year of employment to now. Like I see the many different opportunities where like it is significantly cheaper to be wealthy than it is to be broke. It is much more expensive to be broke. You know, you're.
But don't you feel like that also gives you opportunity of upward mobility, no matter where you start from? Because you would be a great example of that, of coming to America, starting off earning very little, but finding a category that you excelled in and innovating in that and providing value in that and reaping the rewards of that.
Well, luckily for us, we don't have to speculate on this because upward social mobility is something that people track regularly, and the United States actually falls significantly far behind other countries that have social safety nets. Every European social democracy absolutely destroys the United States on upward social mobility, because when you don't have access to amenities, you are shutting off a massive talent pool of people that might be unimaginably creative, but they never get a chance to even express that because they don't have the economic freedom to do so.
But then if that's the case, why wouldn't like rich kids predominantly produce more than people growing up in poverty? Because from what I've seen, just anecdotally, people who grew up poor without a lot of money or resources often have a drive that people with resources don't utilize or appreciate.
I think that probably comes from having so much security that your drive is diminished. Like, I think you see a similar thing.
It's like the one country in the world,
this country, especially.
This is like the one country in the world where we have people that come from all over the world with a drive and motivation to work their way up and to become and to live in the greatest country in the world. Okay, you'll hear stories all the time. My teacher tells me stories all the time from when he was in the Korean War. Old teacher tells stories when he was in the Korean War. When he was stationed in Korea. Okay, on the parallel, whatever, the 31st parallel. I don't remember which one it is. Please shoot a thing at me, please. Thank you. Of like Koreans saying that they would have American flags stationed in their home, and they would say, "We the goal is either for us to make it there or to give our kids an opportunity to make it there, so that they can live a better life." You have stories of like people like Andrew Carnegie, who came to the U.S. a broke Scottish dude, and because his why would you kill him, dude? That is unbelievably uncool. Fuck you. Actually, I don't even know what to say. Feel like Andrew Carnegie was like a broke Scottish dude, and his employer liked him. He was like a secretary, and his employer liked him and showed him how to use the stock market. And that dude became a multimillionaire. And then he wrote books about how the wealthy have a responsibility to help out the poor. I mean, fuck, dude. I actually can't. To say capitalism is a greedy system is true, but usually most really successful people understand that capitalism is a really greedy system, and they also understand usually, unless this is like generation, this does talk about like generational wealth stuff, but a lot of capitalists or like people that are really successful in a capitalist system are very generous to people. We've already been through this. Where am I supposed to go? I actually don't know. Did I go through the other one? absolutely went through that one too, right? They understand that, like, that capitalism is kind of can be a sucky system, and they help out people on the bottom. They also make the products that people on the bottom use, and they make them good because they know that they want to use their own products. I don't know. It's so stupid. I think. I think it's really hard to paint like these certain ideologies as being bad. I've never said social. Okay, actually, that's not true. I will say socialism is a bad system, but I'll say that not because socialism as like the actual ideology, your system is bad inherently or inherently evil. It's probably has a good motivation, okay, and a good kind of heart to it. The issue is that there's a lot of bad actors in the kind of social. Fucking this guy. There's a lot of bad actors in that world. So now I need to look up how to guess this part. There's a lot of really bad actors in kind of a socialist society, or that have tried to build up socialist things. I don't think socialism is inherently evil. I just think it probably doesn't work very well. What is the name of this? Oh, wait, I already have it pulled up. Yeah, socialism not necessarily on itself a bad thing. In fact, I would love to see these socialist guys like him and like Bernie Sanders pull their money together and build a socialist town. Build a town that has exactly what you're talking about. Go find a place in California, put a bunch of houses, make them free, make them nice, give free jobs to people, provide all their services in exchange for keeping all their income, or let them be capital owners or whatever. I don't know. Do whatever you do. I'm sure there's some socialist framework or map that you believe will work in society. So you go build it. You go do it. You go test it on a smaller scale. If it works, the rest of us are going to be way more likely to adapt. Also, this guy's absolutely a fucking capitalist. Okay, he makes his own merch. He pays people to make his own merch and stuff, but they don't own the production of his merch and stuff. I don't think. I think he owns all 100% of that. If I'm not wrong. I could be wrong though. But he sells t-shirts. He sells himself on stream. I'm pretty sure you can sub to him in exchange for nothing, except for some cool badges maybe. Which is actually what you get if you sub to me. You sub to me, okay? Real capitalist. Not afraid to say what he means, okay? And get free money from people. That's what it's really all about. Look at we've been live. Yes, this guy goes. Yeah, he goes here, probably. Watch a place to go. Oh. I rewinded on accident, I think. Please just show me where I need to go, dude. Yeah, wait, same room that I went to. Yeah, hold on. Based. Oh, you know what? I actually do bet. Do I just have to kill these guys to open these doors? I have to kill every single one of them, probably? Something stupid like that? I bet that's what it is. Hold on. I did not see that from the YouTube video. This is my own individualistic thinking. Running ads. Actually, fuck you. 3 minutes, baby! Let him cook. I swear this banner thing was only supposed to last for... Does it come in and out, or has it been just going the whole time? The little sponsor banner, which I really pride myself on making. Oh! Okay, I bet what we gotta do here, yeah, we probably just have to kill these guys, like, over and over again. Kill one, door opens. Before I kill them all, though, I'm gonna try to... I probably need to go, like... Go do the last one first, so that I don't... So that I can make my way back, right? I can do that. Oh, that's gay. Super gay. I actually gotta sneeze, real. Oh. Was that the puzzle? Please. Did I not get all of them? Oh no. Wait, that had to have been the puzzle. Surely, right? This thing talks to me, doesn't it? I'm almost certain that the... Oh, wait. Oh, you bastard. 1, 2, 3. 4. Yeah, and then I'm totally fucked. That's absolutely what it is. It has to be what it is. Okay. Start with this cat. He's dead. There's no more up here. You're 2. You're dead. 3. Dead. 4. Dead. Took a little bit of damage. 5. 6. 7. Aha ha ha! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Haha, that's funny. I actually told you that puzzle. Maybe that's what that was. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we can. I'm gonna do quickly this because it's a little buggy looking on the bottom. If it will let me. By the way, I think the YouTube stream tomorrow is gonna be GTA, or can I say bad word? Dude, you can say whatever you want, but just understand you're gonna get banned, okay? Not because say the bad word, just 'cause fuck you. Okay. Alright, we can play this again.
Especially.
I think
by the third
I'm gonna YouTube stream tomorrow. I'm gonna do GTA
and,
or
test results
Trackmania,
down,
and then
you become a full-blown American.
whichever game I don't do, I'll probably do
don't
the
have
next
that
day on
same
Kick.
motivation of like working super hard. I think that that's a byproduct, but it doesn't bear itself out in the data in a similar way. Like, yeah, sure, super wealthy people and their children oftentimes are fucking fail sons. You know, it's a very common thing that you see. Now, of course, they're fail sons, but they still.
Oh wait, why did I go down here? Wait, what did it open?
Way through society.
Oh no! Wait,
that,
what did it open?
A poor
it opened something,
child
right?
would never be able to. You know what I mean? Like, they're still. I mean, George W. Bush was the president. He is the ultimate fail son. You know what I mean? He got to the fucking tippy top. Donald Trump was a major fail son. Every business that he got into, he fucked up. Every single one. His father, Fred Trump, famously had to consistently keep loaning him money for his casino operations in Atlantic City over and over again. And then he still ended up defaulting it because there were measures.
True. Wait, I'm gonna say something as a yeah, I really like Trump in like 2020. Okay, I think he's not a very good businessman. This guy, his whole brand, the thing that everyone always talks about with Donald Trump is that he's a business guy. We need a business mind in the presidency. I don't buy it. Okay, first of all, true, he did mess up like every single business he got into. But I mean, he was relatively profitable. I mean, he's like, is he a billionaire? How much? What is Trump's net worth? I'm gonna assume he's some sort of. I'm not sure he's a billionaire, right? Like multi-billionaire? Yeah, 2.53 billion. Okay, pretty good. I actually think Minecraft sold for like more than that. But so he's not like incredibly unsuccessful. But I just don't think he's as great as a businessman as people make him out to be. He had a lot of money to start. He constantly blames other people for his own failures. When he fired a ton of people during his little run because he hired like the wrong people for the job, just objectively. And then he never took the blame. He always said that it was their fault and that they're out now and that they're gonna have a better presidency or whatever. And he continued to just hire shit people for these cabinet jobs. Did a horrible job, and he never took blame. As a business guy, I don't know how as a businessman. And I don't know a lot about business, but I can assume that an owner or a leader or a CEO wouldn't just walk in the room and start pointing fingers. He'd probably take the responsibility on his own shoulders. Isn't that what a leader does? I don't believe a general looks at one of his soldiers and goes, "Man, you've really fucked up." He probably says that it's my fault. I'll do better next time. Trump never did that, and he won't. He won't even admit he lost the 2020 election. He'll still deny it to this day. You know, there's like no substantial evidence. He can say the 2020 election had like huge inaccuracies or there were a lot of mistakes with it and whatnot. What am I? Oh yeah, but he absolutely can't keep claiming that it was stolen. It's so stupid. But at this point, he's too far in. He's too deep in now. I mean, there's not. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna say, "Yeah, my bad, I was wrong. Kind of led to riots. Don't worry about it." Okay. Kind of led to a single, relatively small riot, but still, it's gonna look bad now if he admits it. It's crazy. If he would have just admitted it to begin with, though, I honestly think he'd have a way better shot of running this time. But Biden can always pivot now too. You lost the 2020 election, man. You're a sore loser. Get over it. Where do I go? I don't understand. I did the thing. Did I not? Was that not to lower or raise anything? The lava? Alt tab again, baby. YouTube video. Gonna show me the way. Gonna beat the game for me. Real. Okay. Yeah, I did that. Okay. Real. And then wait, where's this at? Oh wait, actually, okay, hold on. I'm super stupid. There's another door. Fucking idiot. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought? Aha! Look at that. You still here, Timmy? Oh my gosh, you have a Prime sub available. I would never ban you. Like, I love this guy. What are you talking about? Okay, where do we go? What do we do? This looks fun. Yeah. Well. Okay, I forgot to set small point. Shit. I'm about an hour into John Wick 4 right now. And,
set in place for the wealthy to never truly fail.
I need to finish it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or not.
If you take advantage of that, you can become president one day. So, you know, as far as the data
Didn't
goes,
Bush,
it certainly shows that
he said Bush was a fail son? Didn't he, I served in the military, but was that not his first pick? Did he, did he ever do, like, any family this or anything? I really don't know. I don't really give enough of a shit to look into it, but, save here. Where do we go? How do we do this? Okay, not that way. Real. Alright. I actually don't know. Hold on. I'm not gonna go back to the YouTube video, okay? That's last resort right there. Can't hook onto these things. That's fine. What if I hit him? Oh, it just kills me. Okay. Ooh. I go, oh wait, actually. I hate this game. I can't. This is it. This is the run. Oh. Why did it do that? What?
that, you know, sure, there might be fail sons who are abject failures ultimately that come from like really wealthy backgrounds, but ultimately when you give more opportunity to people, more economic freedoms to people, especially people that are coming from much poorer backgrounds or middle class backgrounds, they make more with less.
Who do you think are political commentators on the left that you don't have a bunch of respect for? You think that they like,
oh my gosh, please say Destiny.
Aggressive, or they lie, or something like that. And who are some on the right that
please
you do and don't have respect for?
I don't have an issue with like any political commentators on the left overall. You know, there might be people that I don't really talk about in general, but other than that, like I no matter what,
why does he keep doing that?
Or no matter what they even say about me, whatever their particular opinion might be, I'm often of the mindset that there's too much sectarian infighting over like marginal issues that people
I can't.
are very passionate about.
I actually don't know what to do.
As long as someone is united in
it's the hardest parkour I've ever seen.
You know, trying to tackle the problems that we talked about. I don't care what their political ideology is.
Why do I keep going down? I'm just trying to
really
aim myself down. I don't want to
like
actually.
Any, I guess, leftist commentators. There aren't that many to begin with. A lot of them are my friends. You know, the Chapo boys come to mind. You know, they're great. They have a podcast, the Chapo Trap House. If you guys are unfamiliar.
Please, and say what about Destiny.
And
I will pay anything in the world.
As far as right-wing commentators goes, I think that there is a predisposition to exaggerate or even, you know, advocate for things that you might not necessarily believe in your real life on the right. People say that about me all the time, which is funny, but
it's true.
I think that it is a much more viable industry to be in if you want to just like say whatever to an audience that's like really, really excited to hear it. And that's why you see a lot of what is known as grifters on the right.
Oh my gosh. He's a grifter. Dude, hold on. One thing that is super true is the red pill community. Oh my gosh. If you wanted to make any amount of money in the world, you make a show about red pill dating. Fucking Andrew Tate. I don't actually know. Is his emergency meetings live with super chats and stuff? Probably not, but why do I keep dying? How else do I do it? Is there another way to do it? Do I just jump over? Am I being dumb? Like, okay, the most embarrassing dude in the world, the Saint the Sinner guy, is like, oh my gosh, the embarrassing. That's all I had to do the whole time. Oh, I'm so stupid. Even him, he only has like 100,000 subs. I don't even know how many his live shows get, but with 100,000 subs, it can't be that much. He'll get like tons and tons of donations. He'll get hundreds of thousands of dollars. He probably makes like and I know like the Fresh and Fish show probably makes like $10,000 a night from donations from people. His show probably makes like over $1,000 a night from donations from people. I mean, there are people that will give their life to these guys because they feel like they owe it to them. For like the horrible advice that they give. It works for like 1% of them. It's crazy. I actually want to make a video on the Saint Sinner guy. I'm gonna go dig up all the embarrassing stuff he's done, because he's done so much embarrassing stuff, dude. He's such a pussy. I actually will call him a grifter, too. I think he's a scammer and a grifter and just a fucking embarrassment. I don't even know how I mean, honestly, all the red pill people are. Shit my ass, dude. That's actually going to be a, right episode. Definitely. Save it for that. Oh, why did I not kill him? How goofy. What? Okay. Oh. Clean. Actually clean. What are you even talking about? Oh my gosh, it killed me. I don't even know what's wrong with me. I'm super brain dead tonight. Watching John Wick.
Centrists, for example. Tim Pool would be a good example. He always says he's a liberal or he's a centrist, but then he's like, you look at his commentary and you're like, are you really a centrist? So, I think that the entire...
does Tim Pool even say he's a centrist? Tim Pool's takes are like crazy.
No respect for if that's the right way to go about it. I mean, they're great businessmen and women, but I think that they're... the way that they view the world, or at least trying to tackle the problems that we talked about. I don't care what their political ideology is, as long as they're open-minded and charitable. So I don't really have an issue with like any, I guess, leftist commentators. There aren't that many to begin with. A lot of them are my friends. The Chapo boys come to mind. They're great. They have a podcast, the Chapo Trap House, if you guys are unfamiliar. That's it. As far as right-wing commentators goes, I think that there is a predisposition to exaggerate or even advocate for things that you might not necessarily believe in your real life on the right. People say that about me all the time, which is funny, but I think that it is a much more viable industry to be in if you want to just like say whatever to an audience that's like really, really excited to hear it. And that's why you see a lot of what is known as grifters on the right, or people who would like claim to be centrists, for example. Tim Pool would be a good example of this. He always says he's a liberal or he's a centrist, but then he's like, you look at his commentary and you're like, are you really a centrist? So
I don't really know what
I think
Hassan defines as centrist.
The entirety of right-wing commentary sphere.
By the way, we use liberal wrong like 95% of the time when we're talking about things like this. The way we use liberal is actually so stupid. Realistically, if I were to guess, like probably 95% of people in the U.S. are probably like liberals. If you're talking about like the sense of, how do I even? If you're talking about in the sense of, I just need to save. I'm so stupid. I hate saving at games. It feels so bothersome to me. If we're using liberal in like the usual sense, which is like love freedom, right? Like belief most people should be able to kind of like do whatever they want. Kimball's probably a liberal. He probably believes that most people should be able to do what they want with their own personal decisions. He's probably closer to center than like Hassan, who's fucking far left. Well, I say that, but he might not actually be far left. Might actually just straight up be grifter. Okay, grifter personality. Oh wait, haha. See, I am smart. Look at that. I don't even need to save. Look at me, man. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, can I... Oh. What the fuck? Why can't I grab it? I actually hate this game so much. It's gonna make me die. Fuck you. Not what I was talking about. Yeah, it's probably more center than Hassan is.
The right way to go about it. I mean, they're great businessmen and women, but I think that the way that they view the world, or at least the propaganda that they cut, is genuinely bad. I don't agree, and I think
about Temple, right?
It stands against everything I believe in. It stands against everything I advocate for. We might find common ground on certain issues, but even then, I think that partnership is one that is like short-lived for the most part.
I asked that because we're releasing this episode back to back with an episode we were just in Nashville. We shot with Brett Cooper, if you know who she is.
Yeah, that's Fem Shapiro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Young Ben Shapiro. It's funny. I many moons ago, someone was like, "Yo, this person is like, look at this young Ben Shapiro, cut out of Daily Wire." And she was doing like a fake live stream, and it looked kind of weird to me because it was like not a real live stream, like, but she was like responding to chat and whatever. And I've seen some.
Oh, no space in memory card.
No way.
Yeah, we'll just run
okay. Well, I've seen some materials from like Turning Point USA where they like openly are talking about how they want to make sure that their influencers resemble certain commentary and certain styles of commentary, and like they use me as an example. So I was like, that's kind of funny that they're like doing like a fake live stream instead of a real one. Yeah. And you know, making it seem like this person is like in her room and talking when they're in a studio. But yeah, I don't know what her perspectives are at all. I assume I would not agree with them given what I know about the Daily Wire. There might be some common ground, maybe, but yeah, I don't really know too much about her.
Yeah,
she said I was hot, and so you know, thank you. Yeah, on a lie detector.
No, really.
Yeah, they were doing like a lie detector test. I saw the clip, and you know, so thanks.
Our goal is really not to take a side, but to hear both.
Those YouTube lie detector tests are almost always fake, by the way.
And be like
100%
respectful to every person that comes on the show, and hear out other.
I haven't seen the Breakthrough one, so I don't know.
You know, even if they're not our own, but we give them a chance and we listen to them and hear them out. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I got two more questions. They're going to be rapid fire questions. Started off with something light, okay? Something easy. What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life? The avoidance of pain and the maximization of pleasure for all people, not just individually, but for everyone.
Nah, fuck that. That's not true. Wait, is it? Hold on. The maximization of pleasure and minimization of pain? is the purpose of life? No. Going through pain could be like one of the most enjoyable and fun things in the world. Doesn't this guy go to the gym? Go to the gym and you suffer for a little bit so you can look good. Fuck that. Pain's a good thing. It can be a good thing. Maybe just for a better outcome, like the pleasure is worth it if you get ripped without going to the gym. I don't know, that's true. It's very therapeutic to go to the gym. I say that kind of in a mean way, but it is proven to be like a therapeutic, source of whatever. Proven to be very good for mental health to go to the gym. That can't be it. That is it. Fuck yeah, baby. Cutscene. I think going through pain can be one of the most rewarding aspects of life. If you never go through any pain, you never get to, like, pleasure means nothing. Pleasure's only good because of the pain you go through. If you have nothing to compare the pleasure to, then it's meaningless. Right? I'm crazy, I don't know. Actually, fuck these guys. I actually hate them so much. Not, Sonic and Graham and people, but the enemies in the game. I think pain's a very good thing. I think, what's the meaning of life? It's a really hard question. I don't blame him for giving a dumbass answer on that, but... This game's so stupid. The meaning of life's probably gonna vary for different people. You're probably not gonna get one really good consensus answer. Like, my meaning of life is probably very different. It's kind of like how we measure success. It's not really something you can measure. It's very different depending on the people you're talking to or asking. Why can I not fucking get past this guy? Kill myself. Unbelievable. Dude, just die, please. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got our level up. Awesome. Got all of our health back. I should just save right here. But I'm not going to. I don't know, I can hold it for light right here. Boom, now I get my health back, everything. Hold. Okay, now we can go down here. No, we can't. Can we? Okay, where do we go? This last level is gonna be the end of me. Yeah, I don't think you can actually answer that. Which I know is like a huge cop-out, but... I would probably say my meaning of life is going to stem deeply from a religious root. But Hassan's obviously isn't. I mean, I guess that's his meaning of life.
I think we should enjoy things. We should allow ourselves to enjoy things. And we should help others in that similar pursuit.
Okay. And
but
then
of course, I'm not saying like fucking eat donuts every goddamn day and become a schlub.
I get a lot of pleasure from that though, man.
Well, true, but having said that, being healthy is also very pleasurable, and it will allow you more opportunities to seek pleasures on top of that. So you're not cutting your life off, you know?
Yeah. Finally, if you were to become president, what would you do?
Okay, yeah, but what if I don't give a shit about long-term happiness and long-term pleasure, and I just care about my short-term pleasure? Which means I'm not gonna work in your Stupid socialist society. Okay, I'm just gonna sit at home and I'm gonna eat donuts all day. Kill yourself. Fuck you. Can't do anything about it. Where do I actually go? I don't actually know what his ideal like. I probably shouldn't spray him about like socialist society. I don't even know what he actually believes. Or what his ideal system would look like. I don't know where I'm supposed to go anymore. Ugh. I hate sneezing. I hate doing that too, where I catch it because I never have tissues around me. Where do I go? If I can't go down there, it's lava. I hate this game. I'm so ready to be done with this, and then we have the sequel to play through. I think it's over. It's never over. It's never been close to being over. So far, I actually do like this game. It's very aesthetically cool. Where is this room? How do I want to go there? Oh wait, I'm already in that room. That was stupid. Just got out of there. Wait, is this really a door I haven't been in? I thought I've been in this door. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I would.
Yeah, that's a rapid fire question.
That's not a rapid fire,
man. Rapid fire.
Quick,
There's
quick.
a lot. There's a lot I would do. I don't think the president has all that much power against the like pre-existing and like very well defined, almost fossilized institutional rules and regulations. But I guess one of the things that I would try to do is make it much easier for workplaces to unionize and develop workers' councils at least, so that the working class can get at least some percentage of the profits that they generate back. Because I always say it's not about being left, it's not about being right, it's about what's fair. And I think that collective action in that regard opens up the opportunity to at least advocate for fairness in the workplace.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Hassan. This has been absolutely
I hate
incredible.
this
It
game.
really means a lot that you came over here.
I know. I really appreciate it. Not streaming too, to come on here.
It's an honor.
Dude, thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Well, no problem.
I really enjoyed this.
I like going in front of different audiences,
I appreciate
So
it.
thank you guys so much for watching.
That's not true.
And
Until next time.
next time. Nice.
Thank you for this, man. I really enjoyed that.
Whoa, that was awesome. Alright, I rate that a 9 out of 10. He actually did really well. I thought he would I think wouldn't ask I think we're gonna ask any hardball questions. They actually did a pretty good job. They gave him some tough ones. He explained himself really well. Where do we go? How do we do this? Brother. By the way, if you're noticing that I'm right banner keeps popping up, I'm the huge fan and Jackson's showing. That's a new show, political show, hosted by me, coming out this Friday. I don't know what to do. Except for maybe get off. There's gotta be a way. Well, there's a way. Okay. Yeah. There's a will, there's a way to kill yourself. That's all this game is. What am I doing right now? I can't. No shot! Why does that do 4 hearts of damage? Whatever. I think next stream's gonna be a GTA 5 stream. And it's either gonna be on YouTube. I think next stream's gonna be a YouTube stream. I actually don't know if it's gonna be a GTA 5 stream. It might turn out to be what do I do? I actually don't know. It might be a Trackmania stream, because I played that game slightly. I actually had a really fun time with it. I thought it was cool. So I think Trackmania tomorrow, perhaps GTA the next day, just messing around, goofing in the Grand Theft Auto. And then Ethan should be back by the next stream after that, so it'll probably be regular program. No politics. So what's the benefit of me doing this? Probably nothing, right? Do I get anything out of that? Like what? I don't know, man. I actually maybe can't stand games that don't explain anything to you. I just gotta figure shit out, okay? It does bother me a little bit. Is there another place I can go? That's it. It's a puzzle layered on a puzzle layered on a puzzle every time. What is the other option I have when I click on this? Oh, because I never closed that. Yikes. Okay, we got it now. Do you guys see my dog? Oh my gosh, you can see Shadow. Look at him. Oh, you really can't see him. Never mind. I lied. Oh, look at his cool puppy back there. He's such a good boy. Real. Ugh. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're actually big shrimping right now. Look at this. Gotta let it roll for a second. Let it roll around. Let it dance. Okay. Let it dance. What it do? What it do? Boom, boom. Pop. What? What? So gay. Half my death in this game are just because it's so gay. Actually, I have enough on. Keeping them even, baby. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not gonna max Ori out, but he's still the Dream King, undoubtedly. What the fuck? Oh, hey. What's fun point? Awesome. I keep hearing a buzzing sound. Am I going insane? I have to be going insane. Okay. I think I have to get it up there. Oh, actually, wait. What if I just kind of... I'm gonna kill me. Oh my gosh, why would it do that? It's fine. Can I get... Where can I put this thing? I have to get it on this platform, right? Surely? No? Can I grab it? Throw it up there. Of course, that's not the answer. Throw it up there. No, not quite. What if we throw it up there? Okay, that didn't work. What if we throw it up here? Okay, clearly can't make it up there. Stop trying. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe the platform has to be in motion. I'm gonna try like this, though. Oh, so clean, baby. Now, why would I ever do that? What in the world does this progress? I can't. I actually can't. Hold on. Can I even, like, latch onto it? Well, thought I had it, boys. Here's not the piece, so. Oh my gosh, is that thing about to kill me? This is the last one. And, wait, what does that mean? Phase up though, for real, okay? We on it. Okay. What did we just do? Yeah. Okay, wait. I don't think anyone's chat. Shit. If I'm right, I hope that did what it was supposed to do. That it, finally gave me access to the final area thing. There's no point to do that, but heck yeah, baby. Real. He's cold like that. Oh, I bet. You know what? I probably opened something on the other side too. Hopefully. Yeah, I bet I did. This worked. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I've killed that thing like 10 times. Thank you. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, it's actually horrible aim, isn't it? What? Well, now I see what I can hit. She's dookie. Okay, that's like gotta be final area. Oh, Cheetah created a group for Apex Legends. We might do an Apex stream soon. That actually could be one. That could be fun. We'll see. Okay. Logically, safe here. We enter. Could actually be the final game area thing. Oh, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a quick time event. element of warped is within our grasp. The element is restored. We cannot do the effects of her wrath. She's back. I actually don't know what to do. Okay, hold on. Move during that up here. Oh, fuck you. I hate quick time events. It's actually just gonna gatekeep the fucking ability for me to go. What? How am I supposed to get past it? I'm scared of me, dog. I love it when it does that, actually. This fucking game, man. I actually can't. Oh, bro. Really? Why is the... That's actually cool. Oh, come on. No shot. I actually feel like I have to sneeze so bad. I have to itch everything. Oh, what are these world events? I don't even know. See, they were here. Wait. Oh, these are all the things we've done. The seal, the sunstone. You restored the water. We restored the wind. And we got the element of... Gotcha. Gosh. 2 pixels touched it, man. See, why is this swinging sometimes and sometimes other times it's not? Doesn't make any sense. Really stop to think about it. Oh. I know I could go up using the wind. This is the run though, watch this. This is like so cinematic. Oh, no, I was fucking there! He wouldn't let me go! Oh, off yourself, dude. Oh, I thought I could beat it. I actually thought I could beat it. I don't know why. I made it this time though, look. Oh. That's so gay that I took damage. The fire wasn't even there yet. I actually don't know how I survived that. Might be the run. Oh, get me out of the water. Oh, I don't want to have to fight him. Oh, yeah. Oh. Meteor can kill me? I thought it just did damage. I actually just have to wait. Yeah, I actually have to wait it out. It's gay, it's whatever. Clean. I'm actually so clean with it. I don't even care about him. Dude. Sing. Fuck you. Why is this sometimes shaking and sometimes just not? So I can make it nice. Actually clean. Get me. Oh, dude, I actually can't. It's that part every time. Either the meteor kills me or he kills me. She kills me. Can't believe they made the Owl Girl actually look game. If I didn't take damage from these fucking meteors earlier on, I would probably be fine against the ones then, but... I got it. Oh! Fuck you! Okay. Very cool, actually. Like, dude, come on. Sometimes I have double jump, sometimes I can climb wall, sometimes I can't, I guess. I don't know. Actually, super weird. He's actually gonna get me. Thanks. Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Got it. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? No way! In a quick time event, I don't know where to go. What am I supposed to do? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that I get hit by that every time. Unbelievable! It's either I die because the little interactive stuff, or I die because I run out of time, because the interactive stuff takes too fucking long. Like, why does the meteor fall then? Oh my gosh. It actually burns me up inside. It's killing me. Why is this swinging? Why is it swinging? Why can I not get it? Why can I not grab onto it? It just makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Clean. Wait, he's to go. Hold on. Please let me see my screen. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Banj, because fuck you game. Awesome, actually. No, that's actually really cool. Kill myself. I'm gonna fucking curculate myself after this stream. Okay. It's just that one really dog shit part where I go underwater and then I have to immediately... Honestly, if I take damage at that point, I should just die, because like it ruins the run. It's literally RNG right there too. I think I can control that. Why does the pendulum swing? I can't beat it. This final level actually does kind of remind me of, and it's gonna piss me off. The truck jump game, the one where you jump from truck to truck, cluster truck. That game's final boss or final level was the most. My nose actually just way too much. Okay, that game's final like boss ending or whatever was the worst. I don't have the health. I can't do it. I need more health points or something. I don't know. I'd rather everything on this one hit me than do like any sort of health damage, because that way I feel like it'd be built a little more fair. I have to try so hard to just do it hitless. All the way up until that point. Actually, even past that point, apparently, because I don't even know where to go, technically. Alright, hope we figure it out. Here we go. Well, yeah, yep. Yeah, I pressed Y. I don't know what the game wants, dude. I miss a single input and I die. It's fucking crazy. Or, it's just like RNG. RNG. Yeah, see, that's like really cool when it does that, actually. And that's not even on fire! Why does that kill me? Oh, fuck you. I see Wembanyama went to the Spurs. Kinda nuts. I actually fully believe the Spurs got a cheat code to fucking win every 10 years or so. Same thing with the Lakers and the Celtics. They just all got little cheat codes. Actually, all I'm allowed to talk about my fucking NDA. Kill myself. Gosh. Yeah, the cheat code is actually just called that. Fans like to watch them. They get a lot of viewership. Celtics are like the East Coast team. Spurs are like the Texas team. Probably Midwest too. Like, not Midwest, but like. The Lakers are the Western team. Gosh, I actually can't. Celtics are the Western team. That Californians, so and attack all three. I just want to kill myself after this. It's such a horrible gaming experience. This QuickTime event is one of the worst things I've ever had to do. I would shit, I can't say that. That actually will give me ban. Someone will report that. That joke is a little over the edge. This is actually the clean run here, though, because I'm assuming that after this part, we're pretty much done, which would be the right and fair thing. How did he do so much damage to me? He's a little tiny fucking piranha! Did he do 4 hearts? I had to take damage something before that I didn't notice. There's no way. That's actually sick. It took me that long. Ooh. The mental anguish that I go through. For you guys. How did I die? I even move? Really? Ah, the pendulum would swing this time. How did that hit me? That did 4 hearts? Oh my gosh, dude. Unbelievable. Autistic. Can I get like a centimeter, like a tiny... No, I'll just fucking die, I guess. That's fine. It's so... That is the most autistic thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, because I barely stepped on a tiny little piece of fire. Yeah, fuck that. I'm over it. Okay. The problem that I have with this final level is so doable, but it's just autistic. Like, I can absolutely beat this thing. Do I really want to? Yeah, probably. Fuck this. Can I please just have one? Why does that do so much damage? I barely touched it. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know what I hit. Please, please. Oh. I love America, baby. I love the US. She lets him to burn. She thought vanquished. Oh, I don't care. Ori, please get up. The light bulb, bro. Oh, she. Get up, Ori. Uh-oh. Oh, we get to play as this character again. Yes, dude. I love this character. Actual gamer. Never forget when Ori came back to life and that stream was on Easter Sunday. I actually wish I had that stream moment. Oh. Oh, she forgot about her nest. Go back. Save the last egg, dude. Oh, is the owl gonna restore the light? Wait, that's a touching moment. That's actually real. Or is it for her kid, maybe? Oh, that's so sad. Rest in peace, owl man. I actually feel bad. We basically killed the owl, dude. That's a huge rip, man. To be completely fair, the owl was just protecting its kid. But hopefully the kid knew owl. Whoa. there a baby Ori now? Is that what that was? Oh, Ori was a baby. That's what the whole point was. Ah, is that the owl egg? Wait, isn't the owl on the cover in the next game? Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm gaslighting. Wow. 10 out of 10 game. Would recommend, actually. Was really fun. Just a little bit annoying at times. Probably doesn't shape up the Hollow Knight in my opinion, but still a really solid game. I actually really don't care about the credits. I want to skip. Oh. Kind of weird. You can still open that. I guess that's cool. I worked out. Yeah, okay. The sponsor banner's not here. I think I just need to change the intervals that it comes in at. Like maybe every 10 minutes it comes in for 1 minute and then it leaves again. And it cycles in and out of the stream. Very, very occasionally. That way it's not like a literal disruption, but it kind of adds some value. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to check really quick on stream. I think the owl's in the next game. Like on the cover. Or maybe it's not. Oh yeah, look, it's a little owl sitting side by side. It's a baby owl. That was sweet, the mom sacrifice, right? That was pretty cool. Cool story. I mean, it was very basic. It was like the most generic. But it had heart. That's what it's all about. You know, I don't really think games should be played for the story. I think they're just really cool. Like, it's the world building. It's like it's like a work of art, man. Just that you get immersed into it. It's beautiful. Sick. Square Enix? Is that what that is? I don't know. Unity Technologies, I guess? The cube from Transformers. I will say it though, this is a girl game, alright? That was good. I liked it. I don't know. It was a fun experience. I would play it again, absolutely. Absolutely play it again. No I won't, actually. But I will play the sequel. I thought about that. I would have played it again if there wasn't another one for me to already play. But since there's another one, I'm probably never going to play it again. And play the other one whenever I kind of feel like it. So. We're probably going to take about a month break from single-player games and politics and start to, once Ethan comes back, we're going to cycle back into streams with Ethan. Maybe Jackson will occasionally be here, you know, and then we'll do kind of whatever I feel like, I guess. Look back to. By the way, if you're not already checking out any of these things, huge fan, you can actually go to my About section. There's a link to the website right there. The Jackson Show. Very funny, I think. I think it's hilarious. It's goofy. It's a neat little show. Me and my friend Jackson run it. And then You Know I'm Right. You Know I'm Right's a new political show that I've been working on that'll come out this Friday. It's not on the Huge Fan website yet, but it's about to be very, very soon. A lot of, I love it. I'll say it. Okay, credits do deserve to be looked at sometimes. A lot of people work on games. It's cool. That is kind of how I look at games. Is like a work of art made by like 1 million people. It's kind of sick. 1 million people, maybe like 1,000 people. I don't know if it's 1,000, a couple hundred probably. Actually, no, that was probably like 1,000 plus names right there. I'm bad at numbers. Wow. Alright, that's essentially it for this stream, boys. Think about it. I think that's really all I'm gonna do for tonight. We're gonna run 3 minutes of ads, obviously, for the end of the show. Thanks for watching if you did. I don't know if I'm gonna raid anyone. We have no viewers right now, so raid might be kinda lame, but if we get some sort of viewers in, that'll be cool. I'm gonna let the Ori music play. Usually, I would of course... What is this? What is this button? Sure, I don't really care. Set it up later. Just such a thing. Timmy1224. Can I say the bad word? Can I say bad word? We're at 2 subs now, baby. Yes. Thank you to the absolute legend that is Ace for subbing this stream. That was awesome. He might get VIP. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll think about it. I don't know what games I'm gonna play relatively soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should just quit streaming. Actually make way more sense to do that if you really think about it. I don't think I'm friends anymore. Oh. This account, maybe? I thought I had Ace on Discord. Maybe I guess I don't. Let's get him in the Discord. The new Discord. The fucking bulletin. It's really small, but... My little ocarina of time. Holy shit! Wait, Marvo's live. Oh my gosh, I remember this person. Okay, give me a minute, fellas. We're gonna end stream now. Thank you guys for watching. It was bloody awesome. Okay, but yeah, that's about it. We're gonna raid Lith Marvo. I haven't played games with in like a really long time. I've been in my community for a really long time. Okay, but cool streamer. I gotta wait for my ads to finish. I'm so money hungry, dude. It's unbelievable. Alright, thanks for watching, fellas. See you later.